All of you know what is drug promotional literature.
Various formulations. It is a new formulation that awareness can be created by forms of pamphlets, advertisements. If there is social awareness related to the drug, then that can also be marketed. But it is good for pharmacovigilance also, as it can be used to cater a larger audience rather than creating a smaller audience. If there is any new formulation coming up for curing something that hasn't been discovered yet, so that can also be used to cater a larger audience.
Okay. So what do you think? What are the necessary things that should be mentioned in the DPL?
Dosage form, dosage contents, adverse effect, conditions where storage conditions.
Okay. Before going to the topic proper, I hope everyone can see a prescription written in the board. Please criticize it. Is it written correctly? What are the points missing in this? Tell me one by one. Okay. One is the registration number is missing, then
Designation.
okay, then next address is written. What is the next point? What is missing after registration number? What is the first part in the prescription that you people write? First is doctor's particular, no? Then in doctor's particulars, what are the points? So among these all things, what is missing here? Okay, then next. What is the next thing missing here? Fast. What is the next thing missing here? After patient's particulars? Anything about the diagnosis? Anything about the diagnosis? Okay. Then coming to the treatment. Is everything okay with the treatment? Okay. What is missing here? What is missing? Okay. Then next, what is missing? Next, dose is correct. Dose is correct. What should be the dose? Okay. Then next. Next. Okay, duration. Then next. After duration. What else is missing? Total number of drugs. 1.
Tablets.
Okay. Then next.
Regime. Drug regime.
Simplify it. Next, what is missing? Is it correct? Is it correct? Tell me what extra points would you like to add here? Most of you, more than 50%, dosage form is missing. Then for you, this symbol is not allowed. You have to write diagnosis. Okay. Here you have to mention the registration number. You have to mention the date. Okay. Then dose. What is the dose of aspirin? Aspirin ka dose. Is anything wrong here with the molecule? You should write this in capital letter. Okay, be it brand name or generic name, it should be written in capital letter. Okay, next, the dose should be correct. Then the advice, don't write like this, ODAC. Please mention it in words. Once a day, before meal. These terms are obsolete now. Don't write like this. Then what's next? You have to mention the quantity. How many drugs? Say for 14 days. You have to mention here also for 14 days. So dosage form is done, duration is done, quantity is done. What's missing here? Next. What is missing? Okay. Next, non-pharmacological advice. This is very important. Most of you have not written this non-pharmacological advice. Then you have to mention after how many days the patient should review. Okay. Then anything wrong with this? Okay, I have signed here. What is missing? Date and registration number should be mentioned. Okay. Don't be overconfident while writing the prescription. Most of you are making mistakes while writing it. It carries good marks. If you write properly, you can get full marks. Okay. Now coming to today's topic, drug promotional literature. So what do you think? What is drug promotional literature? Have you seen any pamphlet? So what are the informations written in DPL? So these things are not this much important. Just basic, what is drug promotion and basic information. The informational and persuasive activities by manufacturers and distributors, the effect of which is to induce the prescription, supply, purchase and use of medicinal drug is called drug promotion. So not important for you guys, just to show you. So it is mainly a marketing technique in the pharmaceutical industry. It influences the physician and the patients as well. Okay. Then unfortunately, most of the times these literatures are neither factual nor evidence based. Most of the times when you get the DPL, it will mainly contain the good things about the drug. It will not contain the adverse effects. So that should not happen. Okay, the adverse effects should be mentioned. What are the advantages of DPL? It introduces a new product in the market. It increases the prospects and sales, fights competition and eliminates the middleman, educates the target audience and raises the standard of living. Okay. What are the disadvantages? Most of the times, this first point is important. Most of the time it is inadequate, inaccurate, invalid. Leads to monopoly, creates artificial demand and enhances the self-medication of patients. Suppose you guys are now medical students, but for common men, suppose they got the DPL, they will think after taking this medicine, this problem will go away. So this is very hazardous. So it induces self-medication and it may be harmful to the society. So now I will give you the DPL. Everyone got to see this DPL? See, it is not same for everyone. So now according to this checklist, please criticize it. Okay, उसमें भी बोल दो claim क्या है? Pregep D ना? What is the claim for Pregep D?
Neuropathic pain relief.
Okay. So is it correct? So So for Pregep D, what is the composition of Pregep D? Daloxetine. Both of these are used for neuropathic pain. Okay. So the first point, scientific claims, is correct for Pregep D. Okay. Then what is the next point? Name of the active ingredient. Either it should be in international non-proprietary name or approved generic name. Is it written? Not written. Check. Check every page. Everyone for your respective drug. Is the generic name written? It should be written. Written or not? Anybody got any paper in which the generic name is not written? Anyone? Written? Bro, you told pregabalin and daloxetine. This is the generic name, so it is written now. Then next point B, it is brand name. Is it written? Brand name written or not? Okay. Then next, content of the active ingredient per dosage form or regimen. Is it written?
Yes.
For everyone, it is written? Okay. Then next, size of the brand name as compared to generic name. You have to compare. The generic name should be at least half the size of the brand name. ये half होगा. I'm not telling about the dose. Size. At least half.
At least half है. Right. Generic name का.
You have to compare.
इधर.
Then next is approved therapeutic uses. Is it written for each and everyone? The therapeutic uses?
Yes.
Written? Okay. Then next, dosage form, dosage regimen and relevant pharmacokinetic data.
Yes. Yes.
Written? Then next is contraindication and precaution and warnings.
Yes. Warning and precaution.
Written. Next one is drug interactions.
Yes.
Written. With which drugs it should not interact?
Anti-epileptic.
Okay. The next, name and address of the manufacturer. Written.
इसका है ना phase 3 यही होगा ना इसका post.
ये एड्रेस नहीं है.
उसका प्लांट तो वही है.
एड्रेस ऐसा लिखा होता है. It should be written like this. Okay.
टोरेंट का प्लांट जिधर होगा उधर ही होगा.
Either basically it is written here in this page. Address should be written, okay? Then next, reference to scientific literature as appropriate.
Yes.
Given? For most of you, I guess the writings are very illegible. So basically here the scientific informations are written in very small letters. You have to find it. Then next is scientific relevance of the picture in relation to the medicine, disease or therapy. You have to decide whether the picture given is relatable or not. For you it is relatable. For the people using Telpress AM, who have got Telpress AM? Telpress AM, anyone doing? Bilaxton, picture is relevant? Okay. And Evavir, no one is doing. So analysis of the scientific tables and graphs. In most of them, I hope graphs and tables are there. You have to analyze it. Whether their claim is correct or not. You have to analyze. Okay. After that, one conclusion should be written from your side whether the drug promotional literature is okay or not. In the description part, we'll describe what is written in this promotional literature. In this critical appraisal, you will answer in yes or no whether this point is correct or not. Okay, in yes or no. So all this point you have to remember in the exam. Okay. Anyone take a good picture of this? Just remember this. Any doubt? This is a very simple topic, nothing much to discuss.